Hello, everybody.
All right, you're good.
Hey, Peter.
So before we jump into the updates real quick, I want to cover something here because I was sitting around thinking the first time I got into crypto, got into a bad project, got ripped off, got away from it, came back in at the end of 2017. And through the beginning of 2018 was just, I mean, it was like printing digital assets like crazy, right? I mean, this thing was booming. And then the bust came and it went back down, and I still ended up being a little bit ahead. And then edged a little bit forward here, and in 2020, there was another boom. And we really engaged at the beginning of 2021. So we missed that first 6 or 7 months. And I was thinking to myself, because, you know, we all stress, right? We look at it, oh my goodness, you know, BNB at $318, you know, oh my goodness, my Ethereum that was $4,000 is now, you know, 1,800. But I was thinking about it. And when it happened, I always sat there when it was booming going, God, I just wish I would have been able to see this in like when it started, right? I have never been able to be involved in an entire bull run of the crypto market. And guess what? In this slide, and again, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm talking about myself personally. This will be the first time, because what I'm doing and the things that I'm doing to put myself in place, this will be the first time I will be able to ride a crypto bull market from the beginning all the way to the end. And I'm actually pretty excited about it, right? Because right now I've got some stuff that's staked and it's growing, and I've got some other things going and accumulating a little bit here and doing stuff and getting some NFTs in place and things that are going to become, you know, popular. So whether this thing happens in a month or 2 months, I'm actually kind of hoping we got like 3 or 4 months here, right? And actually at this point, I'm like, well, could it go down another 30 points for me, right? Because if it could just hit that $1 trillion mark, that means it erased the whole entire last bull run. And it's like I got it in the first one, right? I mean, it's like it's like an entire thing that's been, and now I can put myself in place and go from there. I was actually looking at some projects, and I don't give advice on projects, guys. I was looking at a project that I'm looking at it going, that is going to be a $1 billion project. And it's not one of ours, right? Ours are going to do phenomenal, right? The technology, we're going to go through a bunch of updates here, working with Otherverse, working with Mulan, all the stuff that we're doing, phenomenal. But this is a project that the first time I looked at it, and I bought them and I made some money off of it when I sold them a while ago, when we started TruBadger. I sold it, made a 25x profit on it, right? That type of thing. And when I first saw it, I go, man, this project is going to be $1 billion project. Guys, it's at $3 million right now, market cap. And they've made so much progress. So here's the key. I don't sit there and go, oh, I think this project is going to do this. Let me come back to it. Oh my goodness, it's cheaper. Let me dig into it. What I do is look at it and say, when I liked it the first time, what did I like about it? Was it the gameplay? Was it the technology they were using? How much progress have they made in that technology? Because I don't care what the market, I mean, I'd rather buy something at a $3 million market cap that's going to $1 billion than a $300 million market cap that's going to $1 billion. It only makes sense, right? So the key is looking at the fundamentals of the project. Is it still the same team that's there? Are they doing anything in GitHub, right? How many posts are they making? Are they still on track to what they started to, or have they left and went in another direction? Guys, there are some gems out there for people. Of course, all of our projects are those gems, in my opinion, right? Because we're working away, we're building away. But I got to tell you, it's exciting. You know, I'm going to push over the next whatever months I've got to put myself in a great position to get ready to do an entire, and I was reading a report that a guy did. It's been fairly accurate in this space, probably one of the more accurate people. And he said the next run will go all the way till 2025. Now, the longest run that I know of was this last one, right? Which went from, and I don't know the entire, you know, but it went all the way from the summer of 2020 all the way really before it crashed to November. But it slowed down and did a lot of bouncing in between, like, I think it was March all the way through to November, right? A lot of ups and downs, pretty big moves, but ups and downs. Imagine being involved in an entire 18, 24-month run in the crypto space. Holy, to me, it's like, oh my goodness. I look a couple Mondays ago, right? I was like, oh God, what's this thing doing? Where's it going? Is it going to stop? And it did. It did stop, right? It actually even turned around in the other direction. I don't think it's done yet. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have a genie in a bottle that I rub on and ask it questions and stuff like that. All I do is look at fundamentals, and I try to make the best decision that I can for myself, and only for myself, when it comes to being involved in this market. But I just look at it and go, man, imagine. So you look at, like, in Puerto Rico, there's Bitcoin Beach, there's like millionaires and billionaires and all those guys that were there. I gotta say, and I don't know because I didn't go do a survey, I guarantee you most of those people accumulated their whatever asset they have, they accumulated in a bear market and a down market, and then held through an up, probably held through another down market, and then accumulated more. And they've just stuck with it and stayed with it. That's the reason why they've accumulated what they have, and that's why they've made it to where they are. I was actually talking to one of my buddies who's going to take us to Puerto Rico to meet a lot of people here in the very near future. And he was saying, you'll be amazed at, they'll have a nice home, but they're a billionaire. They'll have a nice home. It's right on the beach in Puerto Rico, but it's not a mansion, because they're not spending their Bitcoin right now, because they don't want to spend it, because they know eventually when it hits $100, $200, $300, $500,000 that they would be that much more wealthier in it. So they're very tight on what they're spending right now in this building time as it comes into play. And the reason for it, I believe at least, that each time the market runs, it goes higher than ever before is, first of all, there's more people involved. Secondly, it gets more attention. Third, there's less FUD now than there used to be during the other runs, right? Less negative, more positive news. But there's also something there. The technology has developed and moved through. Dawn's going to talk a little bit about a project that somebody that we've been working with is working on. And there's something that Ethereum, Vitalik just talked about, which is what's called a SOL token. A SOL token is going to be a token that is not transferable. It's not something that you sell to somebody else, right? It is on a blockchain. So it's been verified 100% that it is accurate and it is yours. And it will be your diploma from a college. It will be a course that you've taken. It will be stuff that only belongs to you. You can never sell it to someone else, because you can't sell your identity. You can't sell your college degree, right? You can't go, hey, I got a doctorate from Michigan State. Would you like to buy it for $100,000? No, you can't, right? It's yours. It's your accomplishments. And this will be stuff that will go with you through your whole life. And these are going to be and this is just a new concept that's coming around. Now, luckily, we're in partnerships with a group that's been working on it already for 4 years. Ethereum says, Vitalik says, the next 4 years, it will be their main focus. Well, a group we've been working with has already been focused on it for 4 years.
5 years.
5 years, sorry.
5 years.
So for 5
already
years,
doing it.
they have been doing it, already developing the technology. It will be the hot move. And guess what? They're partners of ours. So what are we going to do? Jump in and we're going to make it happen. And the great thing is guess what? By the time the bull market runs and they go, oh, that's a hot category, we can run with it and we can make some stuff happen. So I think what we need to do, guys, is first of all, again, not financial advice, not even really any advice at all. For myself, let me say this. I have to decide whether I truly believe in blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. And if the answer is yes, then this is the biggest, best thing that has happened since we've been in the space, this crash, this adjustment, whatever you want to call it. Why? Because I was not in the game early enough to hit the last ones, right? So now I've got a reset mark where I can say, dang it, I'm back good, right? Almost back to $1 trillion market cap. And there's more tokens than ever before. A lot of crap tokens in there. I guarantee you there's probably $50 billion in tokens that don't even exist anymore. There's still a value there, but they don't even exist. So when you adjust that down, it's even further down than there. So here we are now sitting at something that I believe in as much as I believe in the internet, right? Which is like, we're on it right now. How can you not believe in it? You'd be like, well, you know, I don't believe in the internet. I don't think that thing's going to work. We just had Amazon come to the house like 4 times today. Went on and did my banking on there. I'm talking to people on there. I worked all day on there with the team. I read emails, but I don't believe in the internet, right? That's my belief system in blockchain and cryptocurrency as it being a value proposition to the world. So if that's my position, then again, this is a great thing that has happened. And the good thing is I don't need the funds that I have in there right now, right? I'm not sitting there going, oh my goodness, I put in, the rent money from last month. What am I going to do, right? And that's the reason why when we talk about this stuff, we talk about putting in myself personally money that I'm saying, hey, in 2, 5, 6 years down the road, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, this is my retirement. This is my, wealth at that point, not wealth today. And that's why we talk about people treating the crypto space as a slot machine. A slot machine, you go a couple of hours, you put in money, you hit a jackpot. Hopefully you take your money and you leave. You go spend that money, right? That's not what this is. This is technology that's in the process of becoming or reaching its full potential. So if we look at the internet and we say, oh, wow, 2005, the internet was already crashed, reestablished itself. But had it reached even close to its full potential? No. 2010, had it reached nearly its full potential? No. 2015, no. It's only really begun to meet its full potential here in the last 3-4 years or so, right? That's when the fortunes have been built. That's when it has grown like crazy, and reached some incredible heights, right? If you go back 5 years ago, go see what the wealthiest people in the world were worth 5 years ago. The Amazon, right? Bezos, Elon Musk, Facebook, all of these guys, right? What were they worth 5 years ago? Again, the sharing economy, all the different things that we're doing on the internet. I don't know, Zoom 5 years ago, it existed, but it didn't have the features. It didn't have the stuff that it has today, right? So it's just beginning to hit that stride. And the internet really came out. So we know Amazon before 95, right? Because Amazon started in 1995, right? So it's been almost 27 years now since the internet really began to be developed. 27 years. Here we are only in really since Bitcoin's been around year 11 or 12, right? And the first 5 or 6, 7 years really were very sparse because of the nature of this thing, right? The person who founded it was unknown, right? It's really only been in this last 5 years since the real birth of this technology has been people began to realize the value in the blockchain, right? Because what had to happen before the real value in the blockchain could be figured out? A young kid by the name of Vitalik had to come up with the concept and the idea of a smart contract. Prior to the smart contract, the only value that was seen in Bitcoin was as transaction, to use it as digital money or as a digital store of value. It was smart contracts that allowed for DeFi and NFTs and all of these other technologies to be developed. When was Ethereum launched? Just 5 years ago. Just 5 years ago, the technology that made it possible has been launched. So guys, I don't know about you guys. You have to put the thought into it. You have to say, am I going to just wait and see what happens and possibly miss something? Am I going to just say, hey, I've got enough in it, I want to just sit there and hold? Or am I going to say, oh my goodness gracious, I just got the best gift in the world. It's called a crypto crash. And I can now position and put myself in a position to maximize the next 18, 24 month, who knows how long bull run, and literally go from wherever I'm at now to absolute financial freedom if I'm able to accumulate as much as possible and put myself in that position. That's the way that I'm looking at this. This is my perspective in it. It's why we're so excited to be working with Otherverse, right? There it is, Otherverse. Guys, if you see what's out there in the metaverse space and you see what Otherverse is doing, there's no comparison, right? And then when you talk to people in the space, so you guys got to know, I talk to Brian quite often, okay? We've talked about how Otherverse is going to put together, how they're going to attract audiences, how they're going to become the #1 metaverse out there, okay? And guess what? I'm sitting there listening to CoinMarketCap, just had a conference in the metaverse. They come on and they talk about the metaverse and what's going on. And guess what? Boom, they nail exactly the problem. Was a problem that Brian told me existed, and he has the solution for it already, right? So I'm sitting there going, oh my goodness gracious. It's like we've got somebody who is the Jeff Bezos, in my opinion, of the Otherverse, right? And we're part of that as a partner of ours, and we're moving things forward to be involved in that in a big way. So anyway, Dawn, you want to come back? Because Dawn has all of the answers, all the updates. Is Dawn. I'm just going to be quiet about them. Dawn's going to go through the updates, and then I'm going to come back and I'll help answer some questions. So, all right, let's see. All right, so Dawn, take it away with the updates.
Sure. Feel free to hop in anytime if you want to say something about any of the subjects.
Now, did you think you had to invite me to do that? I don't know.
No, I knew I didn't.
We're just being polite tonight.
I'm being just polite. That's all.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It would be rude. No, you're fine. Okay, the question on everybody's mind that we definitely wanted to address today was staking for Safified. We know it's been a while. We know we had the hack to the contract a couple weeks ago. And I know I keep telling you that it's coming and we're working on a new contract and things like that. And I wasn't lying. I swear to you. So we have a staking contract complete now. It is just on testnet because we need to test it. And what I'm getting next is going to be the actual link to that contract. And then I'm going to be able to get that audited. So in the past, we would make everything live on mainnet and then we would get it audited. And that really doesn't do much for us. It just kind of verifies that it's a valid contract. It, makes it feel like it's real, that kind of thing. But we want to do it differently this time because of the hack. We've learned a little bit. So we want to get it audited first. So we're getting audited now. It's probably going to take, at least a week or so. I'm saying about 7 to 10 days before staking contract is actually made live again and those rewards start being earned. So the future staking contract that we're going to have, it's not going to be like before. We had some mini contracts. We did multiple of those, right? Because we definitely wanted to give you more rewards than normal. So we had a bunch of mini contracts. We're not doing that this time. This time it's going to be the ongoing forever staking contract until we vote to have something changed, right? So we won't have any more of the hiccups and it stops now and then it starts up again and we wait a couple days in between. No more of that. This will be the ongoing contract. So about 7 to 10 days, we can look forward to that starting again. I will definitely keep you posted as I get information from the auditors as well as the developers. So we're on track there. Because of the hack, we definitely wanted to have some changes done. So we put together alerts And these alerts are going to monitor the markets on PancakeSwap and PooCoin. So it's just a monitoring service checking the market. It's really an anomaly detection service. So let's say if the price went down immediately, for a good 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever, it would alert us. It's going to alert the developers, the blockchain developers. It's going to alert us. We might get a couple community members that we send alerts to as well. And that way we will know immediately if that's happening and we can put a stop to it. So we didn't know it was occurring last time, but these alerts will greatly help us. We can stop it before it gets out of hand, and we can take action. So that is one major thing we have done to just help with this whole hack situation and more security and things like that. Also being audited, before we move it to mainnet, that's another security feature that we've done. We want to make sure it's a good contract before we go any further. Our safe contracts, just so you know, the safes themselves, so SAFUfied safe, that is built from open source protocols from Gnosis. And you all know that already. So they actually audit their contracts and code themselves. We don't have to get those audited. We've just simply used their open source code and we've connected to our own UI, our own websites. And then the very famous protocol on the blockchain, of course, they're already doing all of these hackathons and finding bugs for us and all that kind of stuff. So we don't really have to do anything there. We're pretty secure and it's pretty safe. That goes for our voting platform too, which we're going to talk about a little bit tonight. It's also built on a very famous blockchain protocol from Snapshot. So that is used by a lot of major companies, not just us. And they do their own audits and they are very up on technology and they make sure they're safe and all those kinds of things. So we're in a really good place security wise. I just wanted to let you all know that. There might be some questions out there that we've been hearing, here and there about what if this happens again and what have you. So yes.
Yeah, so I want to cover something. So our safes were never compromised, never at any type of a threat. Okay, no. Never were the safe.
Never threatened.
This is the project, guys, that we used open source technology. They built it for that reason, for other people to use it. Should know us this. It is a $526 million market cap, fully diluted $2 billion project. You guys can go to their website. You can learn about their technology. And like Dawn said, they've spent fortunes making sure that they have their hackathons. They do everything they can. This is a major project. I believe they have 100 developers on the project, right? I believe it's about
a ton.
100 plus developers that are working on this, providing the security for our safes, and making sure that they are. And you'll look and see they do this for major projects on the Ethereum chain. And this is the technology we're using. So we don't have to worry about that. Not a single person lost a token from any of the safe type stuff. It was a manipulation of the staking contract, which still hurt us. It was still painful. However, the safes are there, and we will rebuild that market cap in a much bigger way with the things that we have going on and the stuff that's coming in the future here with SAFUfied. Go
Absolutely. Ahead. I do want to add too that another main question that I get about staking and everything, because that contract is now locked, right? That contract was hacked. We shut it down for everybody's protection, right? We didn't want to keep it open and let the hackers just continue to do what they were doing and take the tokens off of that contract. Your tokens never left. You never lost a single token. We lost them. They were our tokens that we were giving you for rewards on a daily basis. Every 24 hours, we were giving you rewards. So it was our tokens that were taken. Now, obviously, we couldn't give those rewards to you anymore, but the special rewards that we were doing were over anyway.
Yeah.
We were
when
waiting.
Dawn talks about it's SAFUfied's tokens.
SAFUfied's, yes. Not members, yes.
Yeah.
Not users.
And we're donating some of our own personal tokens to replace the ones the devs are, we are. So we're going to be putting some tokens back in there that were
Correct.
manipulated and sold off. So just wanted to
Absolutely.
make sure that that's when we're talking about SAFU-fied tokens.
Yes,
that
for
belong
sure.
to the treasury. They belong to the treasury.
That's right. Yes. Yeah, thank you for that. So the main question that I'm getting surrounding that though is, why can't I get my tokens? Why they're staked? Why can't I pull those out and put them in my safe or do anything with them? And that's because that contract is locked temporarily. When we have the new staking contract in place in about a week, you are going to be able to get back to staking. You're going to be able to pull those out of staking if you want to, put them in your safe, do whatever you want to with them. So we're not like blocking you from them. It's really just a process, and that process will be over very soon. So please do not worry. I know you're sending me lots of emails wanting to know, why can't I get my tokens? Why are you holding them? And I'm really not holding them. We're just really needing a better contract, a new contract, and then you can have them accessible and be able to pull those and do what you want. Okay. The next thing that we wanted to update you with is cross-chain. So we talked about cross-chain a lot as far as how we can take our NFTs and we can transfer them to cross-chain. And that just means that I'll be able to take my NFT that I bought on Matic. I'll be able to transfer it to Ethereum or BSC, and then I can move it to the safe. All those kinds of things are coming. So we've been working with Reza, our blockchain developer, on doing this. And we're going to start most likely with the Crypto Gods Ethereum NFT. We couldn't do it at first because we needed to mint them, and you can't do it before they're minted. So we're getting all of those NFTs minted, and then we're going to be able, now that we have all of them completed and the artwork is completed and we have all the metadata and everything that we need, that's what we had to wait for. So we have all of that, and now we're just going to mint the rest of the Ethereums. As soon as those are all minted, we can start the cross-chain process. So we're going to incorporate Ethereum and BSC. And what that means is, like I said, you're going to be able to like convert your Matic NFT into BSC NFT, and then you'll be able to add it to your safe. Our safes are all BSC chain, as you know, so we'll be able to do that at that point. You can't put them in your safe until then. So all those things are coming. That's very, very exciting. We're also working on cross-chain technology for MMAC. So we really wanted to help them also be cross-chain. It's very important for them and their members too, and us that hold, their NFTs. But we need to wait until the burn is completed for their Celestial NFTs. That's coming very soon. The artwork is almost ready. The web page is ready. We've gotten all that in place, and the contracts are ready. So we're just literally waiting on a little bit of artwork to be completed, and then they're going to be able to burn the regular NFTs for Celestials. I think there's 200 available, so that's very exciting. Once that is done, then we can implement cross-chain for those. And they can then switch their NFT to BSC. They can put it in their safes. They can do whatever they want to with it. Okay, so that's coming very soon. We're very excited about cross-chain. We've been wanting it for a long time, and it's almost here. Anything you want to say about that? No?
No, you're perfect.
Okay. The next thing about Reza and what we're working on there is Marketplace. So I'm working on the final CNP Marketplace pages. So basically, we're going to have our own multi-chain marketplace like OpenSea, but it's going to be all of ours. And it's going to be really nice. It's going to be on CNP, where you go now to mint your NFTs. You're going to have a marketplace there too. So you can list them there. You can sell them, you can buy more, you can do whatever you want to there, right on our own site. That'll be fully integrated. And then it's going to be the first fully decentralized marketplace, which is very exciting for us. The rest of them are not. So we're going to have the first one, thanks to Reza. So we're very, very excited. It's a really big deal. We're going to be doing a lot of marketing about it, sharing it out there, and hopefully other people will come and use our marketplace very soon. And it's a really big thing. The devs are done with all the back end work. So as soon as the UI is completed, or the website, we're going to hook everything up and start testing it. So that's coming in the next week or so as well. We will keep you posted on that. It's going to be super fun. Utopia 42, that's, what Peter was kind of talking about when he was talking about this other company that we're working with. So we're actually really involved with Utopia 42. It's a metaverse. And we built a museum there for MMAC. And it's very fun. It will be live very soon. We're going to start building there and things are going to happen soon for that. It's a really cool little museum where there's a bunch of NFTs hanging up and you're going to be able to put your NFT in it, display it. You're going to be able to invite people to it. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it's just another kind of metaverse. And soon Nexus is going to have our own metaverse there. We're going to build really cool buildings and do some fun stuff in it. But that project, Utopia 42, is moving along very greatly. So there was an Ethereum Foundation conference recently, and that's what Peter was talking about. So Vitalik had mentioned going this direction for the next 4 years of having identity NFTs, basically. So there's going to be an NFT attached to the identity of people in the future. So like he was saying, you attend a university, you get a degree, it's going to be an NFT, it's all yours. It's verified yours, it's just a really neat concept. And anyway, it's going to be attached to your identity. So he had talked about doing that in the next 4 years. Vitalik had, it's something he wants to look to do and start planning whatever for the next 4 years. Utopia 42 has already been doing it. For the past 5 years, it's what they've been working on, and they are very close to finishing. So they're going to work on finishing that since that was brought up, and they already have it. And then they're going to market that technology. And then it's just a very, very exciting development for Utopia 42, and we're part of it. So very, very fun. Crazy technology that's happening behind the scenes. So credit card processing for NFTs. I wanted to update you on that. We talked about doing that for upcoming NFT projects, and we're still looking to do that. We're going to use a company called CrossMint, and you can check them out at crossmint.io. And the way that platform works is we're going to actually incorporate their technology in our websites. And so when you go to purchase an NFT on CMP, you're actually going to be able to choose if you want to do a credit card or if you want to do crypto. Well, when you use a credit card, you're going to be able to do that very easily, pay for the whole NFT with your credit card, and then they are going to actually keep the NFT for you in a custodial wallet. And there's nothing wrong with that. You'll have full access to it. It's your NFT. They're just kind of holding on to it for you instead of what we typically do is Reza puts it in your wallet after you mint it. So what we're doing though is we're building some security technology with Mulan to allow Safified multi-sig wallets to authenticate users and then transfer that NFT from CrossMint's custodial wallet to your own wallet. So that's going to take a couple of weeks to do, but we are working on that. So credit card coming very, very soon. And I know you were all happy about that. So are we. The last thing I want to tell you is Mulan partnership update. So I had a wonderful meeting with Mulan yesterday, and they're working internally on an announcement article that's going to be published, including us, and they hope that they'll have that launched next week. So that is going to announce officially our partnership with them. They're going to talk about what we're doing together. They're going to talk about the technology that we use of theirs and how we can do more in the future and things like that. So I'm also going to have our logo on their website, and I'm putting their logo on our website because we are now partners. So as soon as that announcement goes out, we can start blasting out everywhere that Mulan is a partner. And of course, everybody comes to our website and their website, they will see that. So that's very, very exciting. We've been waiting for that for a long time, and it's finally happening. They're also going to be an upcoming guest on one of our AMAs. So I don't know which week. I don't think it'll be this coming week, but possibly the next week. They will have a representative there coming on our AMA to talk about our partnership. So very, very excited about that. It's finally happening. We've been partners this whole time. They just couldn't announce it yet. So it's finally going to be out in the public, and we can send everyone there and share it and hopefully build this community. So The only other things that I have are things that I need to show and tell. So if you're ready for me to do that, I can. Or if
We
you
are
wanna...
ready for you to
Okay.
show and tell.
Okay, very good. We can show and tell. Let me share my screen. Any questions about any of that? I know that was a lot. It was a big mouthful. So
We have a few questions in there. We'll answer them all at the end.
you want to? Okay, no
Go
problem.
ahead and show and tell.
Sounds good.
And again,
Okay.
while Dawn's getting her screen ready, just realize we've kept the oh, I'm so distracted by what you're showing us right now. Sorry. This is why we kept the chat frozen. So
Right.
if you do have a question, so pay attention to the screen and listen to what Dawn's sharing.
Yes.
And if you have
You want to pay
a
attention
question,
to this.
put it in Q&A.
Yes,
And we will
please.
answer it.
Absolutely will. So guys, we have something we want to give you. We've been working on it for a little while. Some people have already been using it and testing it for me in beta, and that's wonderful. We want to open it up to everyone in the community. This is actually an affiliate platform. So this is a one-level affiliate payout system, and we want everybody to use it and start bringing people in. I will go through it briefly and share what you will receive if you use it and bring people in. So the first thing I want to show is how to sign up. So you're just going to come over here to get exclusive access, this top button right here. And when you click on it, you're going to have a referral form. Now, you're probably not going to have any referral at all, and that is okay. But I would like to add, if you have someone that brought you into TruBadger and Nexus, you definitely want to reach out to them and have them sign up, and then you use their link. We just feel like that's really the only right thing to do because they're going to get rewarded for what you do. It's one level only. So just like if you've brought anyone in, you're going to want to sign up then, and you're going to share your link with the people that you have brought in, and then you'll get rewarded for what they have done. Sophia likes it.
She's excited.
She's very excited. So please reach out to who brought you now. Yeah. Please reach out to who brought you if you can. If you cannot, for whatever reason, you can use anybody's link that you want to in that case. And also you can just sign up. You don't have to have any referral. Of course, I'm showing admin because I'm actually signed in as admin. So it's just going to show that for me. But it should be blank for you. And then you could leave this blank. It will be blank. You don't have to put anything there. But like I said, just, try to do that if you can. It would really help them, as well as help you. So it's just the right thing to do. So basically, you're going to fill out your information. Okay, password, email address. You're going to put your phone number. Now, this is a phone number format that we need because we do send SMS messages. So I'm going to do a better description here. Overnight, the programmers are going to help me with that. And basically, you just have to do the plus symbol and then your country code and then your 10-digit phone number with no dashes. As you can see here, there's no dashes. It's just the straight number. So for me in the US, I would do +1 and my phone number. Okay. If I was in the UK, I would do +44 and my phone number. So just keep that in mind when you're signing up because you want to make sure it's in the right format. You do need to connect your wallet here and bring in your wallet address because the rewards that we're giving you are, sometimes they're going to be tokens, sometimes they're going to be NFTs. It's just going to be a wide variety of options. So you definitely want your right wallet here so we can give you the rewards. All right. There will be a redemption page coming in the next couple of weeks. So you're going to be just collecting points for your activity here. And I'll walk through that in just a moment of what that activity is and what you will get. And then in a couple of weeks, you'll be able to take your points you've accumulated and you'll be able to trade those for tokens. Right now is what we're going to lean towards. I have another voting opportunity for you along those lines. So we'll see if that's what is voted, of course, and then that's what we'll do. So basically, after you sign up, and one more thing too I want to mention about this CAPTCHA, You do have to put the actual answer to the equation. So it's 25 plus 2, for example, you're going to put 27. If you can't read it really well, you can refresh it as many times as you need to until it's legible for you. So this would be 35 plus 8, and you're going to put the answer there in the CAPTCHA field. Okay, just one little tricky thing that we're using this CAPTCHA. Okay, so what are you going to get? So first of all, if you sign up, and you will have your affiliate link. Okay, if I log in here, let me try to log in. I haven't logged in a little bit, so let me make sure it will let me log in. Okay, it does want my email. So I'm just going to do this one. Okay, so when I go to, let's just go to my profile here. When you sign in and you go to your profile, you're going to see it doesn't show me because I'm admin. Okay, well, scratch that. Let me try to sign in as somebody else, because I want you to be able to see your actual affiliate code. Let me just see if my testing works. Okay. All right, so my user details, when you sign in anytime, you're going to come to this page. This is your affiliate page, okay? These are your details. Your referral link is right here. So you're literally going to copy paste this referral link wherever you want. If you want it in your email signature, if you want to post it on social media, you can do whatever you like, and you're actually going to have this for people to sign up. When I share my link with Rhonda, and Rhonda signs up under me, after she purchases $100 or more of one of our 3 tokens, I'm going to get 15 points just for her signing up. And then I'm going to get 10 points for her purchasing the 100 plus tokens. She's going to get 10 points, and so on and so forth. It's one level only. So the more people I bring in, the more points I'm going to accumulate. And then she will be able to do the same. She's going to start off with 10 just for signing up under me. And then after making that purchase, of course. And no points are going to be awarded until that purchase is made. Okay, it's very important. We're trying to build our tokens. We're trying to build the market caps back up. We're also trying to build our community, and we're going to reward people for doing so. Okay, so it's the first time we've ever really done an affiliate system. We thought we would just share it with you guys. We've been doing it for some, and we just want to give it to everyone. So hopefully this will excite you, and you can earn some great things just by sharing. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So after this little vote, we will determine if we are going to do tokens. So let me just jump right into that. Got to move this out of the way here. So our voting proposal, you want to go to vote.trubadger.io. And the first thing I want to do is let me go ahead and put this affiliate system in the chat here. And then I'm going to go put, okay, so that's the voting link. So you're just going to come to the voting page. And of course you want to join if you have not joined yet. Okay, you're just going to click join, connect your wallet. I need to sign into my wallet. Give me just a second. Okay. It's waiting. Could be Zoom. Could be MetaMask. Okay, so you just join. Okay, it'll pop up that there are this many members. You'll see that increase. Your wallet will show here. And then all you need to do is go to the proposal. This is the only one that's active at the moment. And the proposal is we would like to allocate 50K of TruBadger tokens for rewards in this affiliate platform that I just showed you. So we would like to take those TruBadger tokens from the treasury, 50K of them, to be used for incentives generated from the affiliate program as rewards. Okay, so that's awesome. Thank you very much. So that's what we'd like to do. If you could please come here and vote. We're going to hold this open for 3 days. And then you can come back here anytime and everybody can see the results. So you'll be able to see the results and what we're going to do next. And then we will give more details as we go of how that looks for rewards specifically. We want to make sure that we have the approval to do those tokens, and then we can talk more about what we're going to do specifically with them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and vote because I have not voted yet. So you just literally click your vote choice and you click on vote. And then yes, okay, it's my voting power. And by the way, this does not, just like before, it does not just look at your wallet. It also looks at your safe. So if this wallet is attached to a safe where your tokens are, it will see those as well. And that's very exciting because there's a lot of voting that doesn't even look at safes, okay, but ours does, because we know your tokens want to be in the safe and we appreciate that, so we look at that as well. So I'm just going to vote, and then I'm going to have to sign in my wallet. It's just going to pop up here, and it will ask me to sign, and then I've signed, and then it will record it. Your vote is in, okay? So that's it. That's all there is to it. Very, very simple process. Anything you want to add, Peter?
No, just go out and vote. That's the idea of of this, is that you guys have the chance to help us make decisions and be a part of it, right? There's a lot of DAOs out there that are putting out initiatives and getting very little participation, guys. You have a choice here, right? We've said, hey, we're going to have some incentives. We're already allocated some NFTs towards it, but we'd rather allocate some TruBadger tokens to it, right? Getting more people involved, getting them to be a part of it. And so you guys have the choice to say, hey, these are in the treasury. That's where they're coming from. They're not coming from anybody's wallet outside of the treasury. We have lots of tokens in the treasury, and we want to utilize those in order to help get more people, grow our wallet base, get more people involved with it. So there will have to be activity. They'll have to get a new wallet and then purchase tokens in order for this to happen. But we think it's exciting and we're very excited about it. We spent a lot of time and effort and energy to build this tracking software in order to make this to where this would work and to where we could begin to utilize this. Now, if we show that this does work, our community, you guys engage with this, well, guess what? We can do this with more projects down the road. We built the software. We can take this and do it with 50 projects, 100 projects, right? We can continue to do this and help build. So this is another potential revenue source for all the projects that we're working on. So as we're consulting, as we're doing stuff for projects, this is another feature that we'll be able to go, oh yeah, you're talking to them and talking to us. Well, guess what? We have this way of helping drive growth in the community and doing this. Oh, they don't have that software. Well, sorry guys, I guess you'll have to go with us, right? And so again, this is another piece of software that if we use it and we help grow it, it's going to be substantial. And it's a way for people to be able to now say, hey, if you want to come on board, get $100 worth of TruBadger tokens, let's say, they're going to get $10 in tokens and you're going to get some tokens along with it once they complete that purchase, as a reward for helping us grow the user base of the project. All right.
Correct. Okay, well, the last thing I have for show and tell is just the FNFT page we've been working on. So we can either stop and answer questions. Let's turn back on the chat and then we'll do the final part of it. Okay. Okay, perfect. All righty. Okay, so we have been working, of course, with Otherverse, as you all know, and they are coming out with their FNFTs. And an FNFT, I'll explain here on the page, but you can come to this page and it tells you more about what they're doing. And it is coming soon. We don't have an exact date yet, but it is coming. So there's the URL of the page if you want to come and check it out. And I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Let me stop sharing because I know I shared desktop, but I don't know if I shared sound. So let me just make sure sound is shared. Okay, so let's watch this little teaser video. And I'm not going to turn it up super loud. I'll do that halfway. All right. There you go, a 20-second tease. Okay. So these are the first ever FNFTs, and they are going to be from Otherverse, and they are called the Others. All right, it's still all Otherverse. Otherverse Genesis 1 FNFTs, you can read all about this. They're going to give you access to very exclusive content for your avatar if you purchase the FNFT. You're going to get, of course, an avatar. You're going to get a lot more with that. We are going to be sharing more and more as time goes on. I have a lot of information that we're going to be able to share with you very soon. But you can come here and you can see what they're doing. If you follow their Discord, which I encourage you to do, just follow their Discord here and follow them on Twitter. They're going to be announcing things weekly, and it's going to be very exciting. So if you're interested in this project at all, you're going to want to keep up on it there. They're going to be sharing details and images and just more exciting stuff as we go. But the difference in an FNFT and an NFT, so these FNFTs are fully functional. So a normal NFT like Crypto Gods, it's beautiful, you have it, you own it, it's a piece of art, right? It's an OpenSea, you can go look at it anytime you want to. You could print it and hang it on your wall if you wanted to, but it's a piece of art, right? It's just a flat JPEG, if you will, right? Ours have movement and things like that to some of them, but still, it's just an artwork. Functional NFTs are NFTs that you're going to be able to use in Otherverse. Otherverse is a metaverse. It's not a game per se, but you're going to be able, as you've seen in videos and things we've shared, you're going to be able to walk around in Otherverse. You're going to be able to interact with people in Otherverse. You're going to be able to attend events and concerts, and all kinds of things are going to happen there. Well, your FNFTs that you're getting in this launch is going to be an avatar. It's going to be the clothing they wear. It's going to be an apartment you're going to live in. It's going to be a lot of utility. So that's why it's an FNFT and not just a regular NFT. You're going to be able to put, for instance, a dress with some shoes. That's functional. Those are two separate NFTs you're going to have, but they're functional. You'll be able to drive a car. You'll be able to actually live in your apartment and walk around there and cook and interact with people and do all kinds of things. It's functional, right? It's not just a little piece of art that you can just look at. So that's the main difference. Anyway, more is going to come as they announce on their social media there. You'll have epic and legendary FNFTs that are going to have visual effects. I mean, there's all kinds of rarity happening, and it's just very, very exciting. We're very excited for them and us, and we can't wait till it launches. We're probably looking 60 to 90 days. We don't have an exact announced date yet. It's to be determined, but there is a little bit of time. We're going to do a lot of marketing first and things like that. So anyway, I just wanted to share this page with you if you wanted to come out and get some more information about it. And again, I really want you to follow their Discord and their Twitter so you can find out more each week. That's all I got, unless you have something else.
Nope. No. Let's answer some questions. So, Rhonda, you have to unmute yourself if you're going to talk.
We have one other announcement I just don't want to forget. Tomorrow night was supposed to be our burn party. And we are putting that off for 2 weeks for a very, very, very good reason, because guess what happens in 2 weeks? TruBadger turns 1 year old. So we are combining the burn party for June, the AMA in 2 weeks, and the 1 year anniversary of TruBadger's launch into one call in 2 weeks on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. So there will be more than just the draw for all of those. Thank you very, very much for everyone who participated. We appreciate it. There's that the list is quite nice of people who participated and stocked up on SAFU-fied. So thank you. And we'll do that draw during the party on Tuesday night. So sorry if we're disappointing folks about tomorrow evening, but it will be well worth the wait because it's going to be a full-on party. Burn, party, I don't know, cake throwing, I don't know. Who knows what we'll do. So it'll be a lot of fun.
All right, so let's answer some questions. Okay, so Christina is asking, what will happen to the SAFU-fied reward tokens that were not claimed and are still showing in wallet stating to claim? Are we going to be able to claim these rewards or are they lost? Never lost. No one's going to lose a single token. They will, on the new contract, just add any pending tokens so you can go ahead and claim them, okay? So you are not going to lose any tokens in the process. If you had them claimed or unclaimed, you will be restored back 100% whole, okay? All right, so what about cross-chain tokens? So that's going to be coming in the future, Marty. One of the problems is with doing cross-chain is taxes. So being able to do those on separate chains, which was something that we didn't necessarily realize when we first started. So we've got some stuff that's going to be happening here in the near future in order for us to do cross-chain tokens as well. That'll go on multiple ones. One of the things I do want to say about Mulan, guys, Mulan is not, they're building their own standards. So there's ERC20, there's a BEP20. Well, now you're going to have MRC20, okay, or MRC 721. These are standards that they're building. I think also, too, is one thing to remember is Mulan right now consists of more than 100 programmers working on different projects, different initiatives, different things. So their goal is to become, you know, as big as an Ethereum, right? Where there's standards that they're building. And just so you know, the Mulan built an entire new standard for a decentralized NFT marketplace, okay? We are the first ones. There's going to be a few others that are going to launch marketplaces. We are the first ones launching with that standard on the entire planet, right? Utilizing a new standard for being able to have a truly decentralized marketplace. There is none right now. All the marketplaces that are there are centralized in nature. This will be the first decentralized, and it's going to take our community to really get that out there and let people know, hey, if you got NFTs and you're putting them up on another marketplace, you should come over here and put them, because with the nature of and the idea behind blockchain was what? Decentralization, right? Being able to do something in a decentralized fashion. And that's the marketplace that we've built out, and just exciting stuff. All right. All right. I don't know. Marty had a question as opposed to NFTs. If you're talking about the ones that Dawn was talking about, they are not NFTs. They're what called soul tokens. Okay. A soul token means I have a soul. I can't trade my soul, right? I can't do anything. My soul belongs to me. And so that's why they've named these soul tokens, because they're not sellable. They're not tradable. They belong to that individual person. So that's the name that they've given it to this point. On that side of it. So those are soul tokens if you for that. So okay, let's see. From Jeff, let's see. Will we be able to split the purchase between crypto and credit card? I do not believe so, guys. I think it's going to have to be either all crypto
One or the other.
All credit.
Yeah.
I don't see
to
that as a thing. They're still making some developments and they're moving their stuff forward. It's just a great way to get people involved. And by the way, if you already have a wallet, you go use your credit card and they are holding it for you, they're doing it, you will be able to transfer that to your wallet if you already have a wallet. The great thing about it is on the custodian side is that they're holding it because the person doesn't have a wallet yet, so they don't need to go get one right away. It makes it much easier, because if I'm going to get a MetaMask wallet, first of all, I got to get them to download MetaMask. I got to explain to them that there's another chain. I've got to walk them through putting in all the different stuff for the next chain. You've got to go through all that stuff, right? With this, they just need their credit card, get in there and do it. So it's a great way for you guys to be able to do that. Now, one of the things is when we start looking at NFTs, there's a lot of people right now that are thinking, you know, what's the value in these NFTs? Why would I want to get an NFT? All the NFTs that we're doing. So you have functional NFTs, which are going to be in the other verse, and they're working there. And we'll put some other stuff together where we'll do some joint projects with them for other FNFTs. And then you have NFTs that we've developed and that we've already put out. These are what are called utility NFTs. They're not necessarily utility where they'll be utilized inside of a metaverse. They're utility because they have a functionality of allowing you to be part of an exclusive club, that there's only one way to be part of that club. And that is to what? Have an NFT. Nobody can invite you in. I can't go, oh my goodness, my cousin Steve, he's a cool guy. Let's bring him into the club. He has to have an NFT in order to be part of that club. I can't go, well, you know, I like this club. Let me go get my honey, Lori, I want you to be part of this club. No, she must own an NFT to be part of the club. And just like any other club that's out there, right? You belong to the golf club, there's privileges. There's discounts on the golf course. Maybe you get to golf for free. Maybe you can, you know, attend events. Maybe you could rent the golf house, right? So all of these tokens have a value to them that's created by, and we've talked about this for a very, very long time now. Community is commerce, okay? An NFT that has the utility of a club behind it is exactly that. Community is commerce. There are now people that are partnering with Bored Apes saying, hey, we'd like to use your images. And in return, we will give everybody who holds a Bored Ape yacht something in additional for free value for being able to use that brand. There's licensing being done. There are things that are being developed. Companies like Nike are saying, hey, you can buy this shoe. And if you want to, we will produce that shoe for you. And you have the rights to sell X number of those shoes on and on and on and on and on. So if you look at our NFTs that we've developed, so Crypto Gods, it's a club. It's the Olympus Club. There will be value created for the club members, and there will be special perks if you are an NFT holder. We're getting ready to do Stardom. Stardom, if you like films, if you ever wanted to go to a movie premiere, if you've ever wanted to possibly have an acting role, a speaking role in a movie, or you know somebody that is. So here's the beauty of it. We've got where people now can take a credit card, they can buy an NFT, have that NFT held for them, and then they can get the benefits of that club and being involved with this. So what if I told you guys, and let me ask you guys a question, put a 1 in if you think you would know somebody, that if I said if they got a Stardom Chance NFT, 100 holders of that would have a speaking role in a feature film. And I put a 1 in if you think you know somebody who would say, I would buy one of those if 100 people out of 10,000 NFTs, 1% of those people, right, would at least have initially a role in a movie. What if we took it from 1% to 2%? 200 of those people could have a speaking role in a movie. What if we said, well, wait a minute, once those 200 are done, we're going to start taking every movie that's done by Stardom, and 1 or 2 or 5 people will have a speaking role in those movies, and eventually 4 or 5 or 600 or 1,000 people could have a speaking role. What if we said, well, we're going to do some, put a 2 in if you think you'll know somebody that might want to show up for something like this. What if you had this NFT and you could show up and get to be an audience member in a reality television show that is, you know, about making movies, and that at the end of it, a movie will be produced off of what that reality TV show is, right? And you could, once every 24 months, if you hold this NFT, say, I want to be an audience member, show up there, and there'll be a seat waiting there for you. So think about if you were wanting to be an audience member, like at American Idol, something like that, right? Those type of things. So I want you guys to think about this as a club. What if there was a virtual movie studio built in the metaverse And if you had one of these NFTs, you could go in there and take acting lessons from some of the best actors in the world. What if you could go to a director's course, either at a deep discount or maybe for free, and have one of the best directors in the world or top directors in the world, and put a 3 in if you think you know somebody that might want to do this, or somebody who wanted to learn to be a cameraman or a camera woman, right? Or a grip or something like that, where you could go to this studio and you could experience the production of a film. Because we keep getting these questions about NFTs. Last week, we talked about green energy. We talked about an NFT that's going to be a cool piece of artwork, but on top of a cool piece of artwork, it is going to reduce carbon production in the planet. And not only will it do it once, it will start to reproduce itself through the mechanism that we've put together, where at first maybe it's doing, let's say 10,000 pounds a year, right, per NFT, or 1,000 pounds. I think it is 1,000 pounds per NFT. But in 6 months, that goes to 2. And 6 months later, it's 4. And 6 months later, it's 8. And 6 months later, it's 16. 6 months later, it's 32. And all of a sudden, that one NFT is reducing production of carbon by 32,000 pounds a year, and, helping make it a cleaner planet, right? A better planet. This is what we're focused on. MMAC. There's some big news, I think, that's going to be coming in the next few weeks with that, maybe a month at the most, where they're going to start moving stuff forward, where you'll be able to utilize those NFTs in a play to earn game, right? Taking a little longer than we want it to, but it's still heading in that direction. The film is still in the process of being produced. There were some delays, but it's still happening there. So these NFTs are not just something that is, hey, here it is. There are just art ones, and we're going to be doing some just art ones, right? Some cool stuff. By the way, they happen to be famous artists who have sold, tens of millions of prints and all kinds of stuff, but that's beside the point, right? So we are going to be moving a lot of stuff forward here very quickly, guys, on what's happening there. And the key is community is commerce. The Bored Ape Yacht community has created, in the last little bit over 14 months now, over $5 billion in wealth for its community. I want you guys to think about that, right? $5 billion plus in value created by a community of just about 3,000-4,000 people initially. That's now a bigger community. That's the wealth that they created by coming together for a common purpose and then creating that value from there. If it's been done once, it can be done again and again and again and again. All right. Is that the Smart Chain wallet or TruBadger wallet for the affiliate program?
That's the Smart Chain wallet, your BSC wallet.
All right. Yes. BSC. Got it.
Yes.
All right. Perfect. Yep. So connect your BSC wallet to the affiliate. Yep. Any update on Vegas event people that were not able to claim yet?
Yes, I will follow up this week. Reza has lists beyond lists beyond lists that he's sorting through. And I know, that's been on everybody's mind as well. I also have 5 NFTs coming your way for Vegas. So we're very, very excited about those. But I will follow up and see where that is. And I will announce in Discord if I get an update on that for you. And I will keep you posted. It is on our minds as well. We're trying to get all that resolved and cleaned up and complete. So definitely we'll follow up.
Excellent. Okay, so will CNP, this is from Arusa, will CNP market have connection to all blockchains, especially Polychain, Ethereum, BSC, and possibly Pulse Chain? So I will tell you this, guys, and correct me if the number is wrong. It will have connection to 50 blockchains, I believe, right now, right?
50, yes.
50 blockchains, yes.
Actually, more than that is coming. So yes, 50 plus are being supported.
50
Absolutely.
blockchains. The
Thank
first
you,
of its kind, guys. All right.
Yes,
If this
Mulan's
doesn't
incredible.
get you guys excited, I'm going to come to each of your house and take a thermometer, and I'm going to have to take your temperature the old-fashioned way, because I got to make sure you're still alive, right? I got to make
Right.
if this doesn't get you guys excited enough to go out and talk to everybody about having the first decentralized marketplace ever
Yes.
in
Yes.
history 50 plus chains, all
And
this
you can
other
use your
stuff that's
credit
going
card.
on, guys. I'm going to have to come make sure you're still alive. All right. All right. When can we unstake or token? Okay, we already answered that question. All right. So that'll be as soon as the new contract has been tested on the
And audited
testnet,
and made
audited,
live.
tested,
Mhm.
audited, and then made live. Yes.
Correct.
All right. Okay, that one's been answered. Why Utopia 42 for building a museum and other infrastructures when graphics in other verse are a cut above? Great question, David, because
Yep.
it's not one metaverse, guys, is not going to win the day. Okay. It is going, there's going to be multiple metaverses that are going to take place. It was an early partnership. We actually were in this partnership prior to getting involved with Otherverse.
Yep.
There will be game focused. I want you guys to hear this. There will be serious metaverses where people will want to look like me, right? They're going to want to, well, everybody want to look like me, but they can't. Okay. I
Of
can't.
course.
Everybody cannot be billions of Peters running around the metaverse. Okay. You have to look like yourself,
Yep.
but that'll want to look like it when we do business, when we go to conventions. But there will also be blockchains that will be successful, that will be for kids and young adults and even adults that want to be a unicorn or want to play games. They want to play hide and seek. They want to build in the metaverse. They want to build different buildings and do different things. So
Yep.
we believe there's room for both of them. We are very early in Utopia 42. Utopia, I believe Otherverse, my personal opinion, is going to be the #1 leader in the space. But guess what? There will be a number 2, a number 3, a number 4, a number 5, a number 10, and a number 15, right? If Utopia 42 can be one of the top 20 in this space, and we were early adopters of it, well, good golly, Miss Molly,
Amen.
I mean, it's like, it'll be incredible, right? We'll be able to build well. And remember, guys, you determine what projects you want to get involved with and what you want to be a part of. Okay.
Yes.
So that's where we're at with that. Any updates on the Meta District monthly airdrops? Yes, we'll be doing another airdrop probably in the next week or two. We can't do the first airdrop yet because that's Stardom token. So those will not be, we have to wait till we launch the token for that. So that one would not, doesn't work out really well, but we will be doing another airdrop for everybody who's part of the Meta District, probably I would say in the next 7 to 14 days. A lot of it's on time, guys. We're working 7 days a week. I worked yesterday. I know Dawn worked yesterday. I know Rhonda worked. We all worked all day yesterday, right? All day Sunday, all day Saturday. It's every day us moving and hammering things forward. Like I know everybody thinks that there's like this little web fairy and it just runs around and it creates websites and content and all this stuff, but there actually really isn't one. Somebody has to design the page. You have to come up with all the content for it. And then you design it and then you send it over to the people that you designed it for. And they go, let's make some changes. And then they go, you know what, actually, let's make some more changes. And then they go, well, actually, let's make more changes. And so it's this ongoing process, right? Because people don't know what they want until they see it. And so these things take a lot of time to go through. And then you think, oh my goodness, here's an amazing design. And you put up the amazing design and they're like, I don't like it. And we'll go back to the non-amazing design, even though we put the effort and the time and the energy into it. There is a lot that goes behind developing these projects. I got to tell you guys, okay, so let's take Stardom for an example. Okay, so we decided with Stardom that they should do an NFT. Okay, from the moment they said, yes, we'll do an NFT, we've done all the tokenomics of it. We've done all the design work of it. We've done all the building of the smart contracts of it. We've done building the website. 95% of the work has been done by our team, right? To put it together, to make it a success for you guys. We don't do this on one project. If we were like, hey, we're going to work on this, it would take the size team we have, it would take to do one project. We're doing multiple projects. And I have to tell you, if you called up those projects and you said, hey, is this team working on your project? They'd be like, oh yeah, I think we're the only ones they're working on. They're on the calls with us every day. We get updates and we get information. They're not like, oh yeah, I haven't heard from him in like 3 weeks, right? I mean, these guys are slow. They're slackers. They're not doing anything, right? They think they're like our prime customer, right? They're like our prime project that we're working on. But we don't have just one person who thinks we're their prime project. We have multiple people that are like, holy mackerel, how do you guys get this stuff done? How do you put this stuff together and make this stuff happen? And I got to tell you, we are brilliant. Okay. We are extremely talented. Okay. I'm going to go with that one. However, the reason why we're able to do this is we work 12, 14, 16, 18-hour days, 7 days a week, right? So even though we're like super talented, right? Like talented out of this world, we still put in the hours. We're not like, hey, we're so talented, we only have to work 4 hours a day to get it done, right? Because if we only work 4 hours a day, then only one project would think we're amazing, right? We have multiples because we put in 3 or 4 of those 4-hour blocks every single day putting this together. And it's not just me, I mean, you could expect, yeah, Peter loves to work. He's going to work all the time. It's all great, right? It's everybody that's on this team, from Sharona to Dawn to Rhonda. And then there's people you guys don't get to see all the time, right? That are in the background that are working on this. Literally night and day. And we're just like the little part of the team here, right? There's blockchain developers, and there's UI developers, and there's a lot of people behind this to make this happen and make this work. Okay. Because I know sometimes you guys are like, God, I don't know why they don't get this done faster. It's,
we hear that.
Yeah.
We agree. Why don't
we agree? We agree. We are a well-oiled machine. I will tell you that. We work really well together.
Yeah, question we got is, how can I purchase the Otherverse F NFT? We'll get you guys more information on that soon, guys. Okay. So as soon as we get all the rest of the details and that, we'll get that information over to you guys. Okay. That's why we love the team and back Nexus 100%. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks.
Yeah, guys, we're not complaining, by the way. I'm
no.
not complaining at all. We do it.
We wouldn't do it any other way.
We want to do it. I'm not chained to the desk, even though I know you guys think I am. I am actually allowed to leave this room. They don't pipe food in or anything else like that.
Well, you have delivered lunch before because you didn't want us to take.
Yes. So it's the passion that we have for what we're doing. We believe we're in the greatest transfer of wealth in human history. And we understand that it's open to anybody that's willing to have the desire, the patience, and get in and help make this happen, right? Be productive in the game community members. So I'm sitting here going, in my mind, every day, once this all comes together, we're going to make like 10,000 people, maybe 20, maybe 30, maybe 50,000 people, millionaires. We're going to take people that right now are maybe 58, 59, 60 years old, 65 years old, who are going, how am I going to retire? They're going to put their mind, their effort, their time into it. They're not just going to buy some tokens and sit back on the couch and wait for, eat some bonbons. They're going to get involved. They're going to become part of NAC. They're going to get involved. They're going to go maybe work some extra hours. They're going to go drive Uber, whatever it is, right? To bring in enough, to participate enough. In 2-3 years from now, they're going to be able to retire in absolute luxury, right? They're going to be able to say, I'm here, I made it. And it took me, 60 something years to get to here. And then all of a sudden, 3-4 years later, we're there. Not 3 or 4 weeks, guys, not 3 or 4 months. I'm like a broken record. Okay. I'm going to keep saying it. This is not a slot machine. This is not overnight. Anybody who tells it to you is lying to you. Okay. As fast as they made the last hit they made, they lost it all. They gave it back. Because if you're chasing dragons, you're chasing these fast running tokens, as fast as they go up, they come back down. You might get out on one, but the next one you're going to get caught in, and it's going to come crashing back down, and you're going to be back to zero, maybe even further in the hole, or maybe you gave most of it back. They're going to have rug pulls galore. Anybody who's hitting home runs, I guarantee you, I told you guys a long time ago, I watched a recording. There was a guy who made $10 million in 6 months in the crypto space. And on that recording, he says he had gotten into over 100 rug pulls. What does that mean? How did he make $10 million? He took massive risks. He found projects and he aped in, he aped in, and he aped in, and he aped into enough of them that he had some home runs, and it came and put it together. Right? So again, this is a marathon. It is not a sprint. You must understand that if you want to end up with this being successful. All right, let's see. From Dan, Peter, can we provide a timeline for when we need money in our wallet for the next projects coming up? Yeah, the next project will more than likely be in 2 weeks, and that will be the Stardom NFT.
That's about right.
We believe there'll be another project, which will be green energy in July. And I believe that the final project of the 3 that we're working on right now, the FNFTs, will be in August. Okay. And then sometime after that, we'll be working on a token launch. Okay. So that's the form. The next 3 are NFT launches. We've got Stardom. Okay. 2 to 250 range. You've got green energy. It's probably in that 250 range. And then we don't know with the FNFTs. Now, what we've done is, and this will be the only place that'll be done, is if the first NFT is what we think it will be, we'll be able to do a payment program on that. And that'll extend through the launch of, set days, but it'll extend to the date. The first date will be the first one. And then you can make 2 additional payments prior to them coming out. So we've really put it together, guys, where we're trying to spread this out to give people that want to participate the ability to do that, to be in these. Look, the club that you're talking about, you have the Olympus Club, you're going to have the A-list club with Stardom, okay? A-list, just like in the movies. You're going to have the Green Energy Club, right? The Save the Planet Club with that. And then with the FNFTs, you're going to have special things. Eventually, I believe there'll be hundreds of millions of people coming into the Otherverse, okay? Because I believe it's going to be the leader in the space. If that is the case, and you have a limited edition, there's only 100 of them or 50 of an item in something like that, there's a lot of potential for that to really become. And remember, guys, on the FNFT ones, you're going to get the trunk to store your stuff in. You're going to end up with at least 5 other NFTs plus the apartment. So you're really getting at least 7 NFTs in the set. So even if it is, we believe it's going to be in about $1,000 range, possibly somewhere in there, you're only talking about $100 and something per one. And one of those is an apartment, right? So that you'll be able to take that and have, let's say, and I think I said something like, I don't know. I'm going to make up a name again because I like to do that. Make it just completely out of the blue. Just say, let's say Kevin Hart builds a comedy club in the city center.
A random name that you're pulling out of the air.
City center there. And then that comedy club, your condo is above that. And then a bunch of other famous people are in this space. And so people are coming there for concerts. They're coming there for all this stuff. They may say, hey, I want to buy I want to buy a condo there. And you're like, well, there's no more being built. There's only the ones that were available through this that are built there. So then they would go, well, shoot, I'll give you, I don't know how much, but I want to buy one of those condos. And like, what if one of them was a penthouse? What if there was like a limited number of penthouses? And then yours ended up being a penthouse, like a, I don't know, 4 or 5 bedroom, just super penthouse, thing, crazy stuff like that. Right. So anyway, guys, we got a couple more questions. We're going to answer these last 2 questions. No more questions after this. And then we're going to, when is other coin launch expected? Dan, we don't have a date on that yet, but it's very soon. Okay. We're working on some software stuff. We'll finish the token, the IDO that we're doing right now. And it'll be available for international people very soon. As soon as that's done, then that token will launch, and then we'll let you guys know on that, how and when that's all going to be launching and stuff like that. But it's getting closer and closer and closer by the day. Okay. just put their name, or do they need to fill out a referral page?
Oh, affiliate. Yes, affiliate platform. So we recommend that whoever brought you in, go ahead and try to get a link from them and use their link to sign up. And then that will be filled in automatically for you. If you don't have anyone, you can just leave it blank. That's, you know, really the two options there. You can put someone's name, but if they haven't signed up, it's really not going to do any good for them.
Yeah. So I would reach out to the person. Again, they brought you here, showed you what it was, that they can benefit from it. That's great. All the ones that have none, guys, all of that's staying with the project, right? So that's just affiliate stuff. It's not like it's, you know, my name is in the hat and it goes on everybody, right? That comes.
I don't get anything.
Those are directly to the project. And so those just stay with the project and allow us to give us more resources to build it. Remember, guys, be responsible and vote. I don't care if it's a yes or a no, go and vote. I believe we already have like 40 trillion tokens that have been voted already. So if you're on here and you have not voted yet, please, please, please go vote. I really, 57 trillion have voted so far. I would really like to, again, community is commerce. I would like to have at some point be able to sit there and go, we have the absolute most active community that comes to helping us make the right decisions and decide on the stuff that we're there. We are going to try to have at least one vote a week for you guys to participate in. We'll announce them on the Tuesday nights on the AMAs. If we have a vote that's outstanding, some weeks there'll be multiple votes, but definitely go out and vote and be a part of the solution, be a part of the success. Go ahead, Rhonda, and then we're going to call it a night.
Yes, Dawn, can you plug the voting link back into the chat? That would be great. I've been scrolling through the chat to try to find it, and it just vote.TruBadger.io.
Real easy.
Vote.TruBadger.io.
Yep.
All right. So hold on to those two links. One is for your affiliate program. The other is to vote. Share that out to those that you know are in our projects and in the program, and get everybody involved. This replay will be immediately available on YouTube when we disconnect here. So go and watch the replay. Dawn, you did an amazing job of giving us all kinds of great information, and it was really good fun. Thank you all for allowing us to turn off the chat. I know that's like, if you tried to muzzle me, I'm not happy. So we appreciate it, but it allowed you to absorb the information that Dawn was sharing with you. So
lots of spillage, yes.
Yeah. So that is it. Let's see, 2 other announcements. 4 o'clock on Thursday, 4 o'clock Pacific, is the DeFi Diva call right here on this same channel. Invite all your Diva friends. And then at 5 o'clock on Thursday nights, we do the opportunity call with Peter, where he explains the Nexus ecosystem to your friends and family that are interested, but you want him to do all the heavy lifting. Just send him here, 5 o'clock. All right. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. Dawn, awesome. Peter, thank you. Thank you. We will see you all in Discord. All right.